I am currently pregnant and I can go into labor at any time. So what do I do if I
Well, get out of here. No, I'm just I'm kidding.
I just can't make that
Well,
court?
we're probably gonna dismiss it.
Well, it's probably going to be dismissed. If everything's out, it's likely going to be dismissed. May want to contact Mr. Friedman's office just to make sure it's going to be dismissed, and then you don't have to worry about coming back. See where we are on this case. No, he's waiting for help with okay. Okay, how much do we have owing?
Your Honor, the balance including court costs of $4,325. I also have a note from my client that Mr. Hollingsworth was approved for assistance. Once he pays that $1,325, he'll be assisted with the remaining $3,000.
And that's what I have. So, do we have any idea when that might happen, sir?
So originally, the first time I appeared for, well, we had the court responded. DHS said they were going to pay an amount and SOS would pay the rest.
Got it.
Yes, DHS had denied me for the original amount because they didn't get a court paper with the proper amount on it. They got one that said 3,100, and then about 5 days later, the balance was 43.25. So they denied me for the 3,100, told me to re-enter the SCR, and they would approve it and pay what they could. And then SOS would pay what they could, and that would take care of the balance completely. Thing is that I've been calling all week to DHS about the response on when they're going to make their payments so SOS can, contribute theirs. And they've been giving me the runaround. And they've said, look, we haven't got to it yet. We come in to order, they come and so and things like that. But I've been calling all week about it.
How many people are in your house?
2, me and my daughter.
Okay, so according, I want to make sure that they weren't operating on, because according to chart I have, they're only going to pay 520.
That would still pretty much take care of, because I have about 900 to 1,000 on me myself. Yeah,
Okay.
I can pay the difference. It's just I was trying to give them as much time as possible to see if they would contribute their piece. But if push comes to shove, I'm gonna just cough up the 900 or so bucks, or well, it'll be 1,325 left, I believe. But
1325 is what's left.
yeah,
So let's do this. It's 1325 minus 9 is 425.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
And then, so if they paid that to 425, okay, let's do this. I'm going to adjourn it out a week. Okay.
Okay.
Give bureaucracy more time to try to work right.
I mean, I'm trying. I've been calling.
None of it's yours. I got you. It's like people don't want to pay first and then do, whatever.
Yeah.
So here's what I want you to do though, is, well, give me 1325 minus 520.
805.
All right. I need you to get $805 into the landlord.
Okay, I'll send that when I leave here.
Okay. So I want you to pay 825, I'll just say by the 22nd. Okay, so get that to them. If my calculations are right, what that will leave us with, and I don't know what we're due because we're coming down toward the end of the month, that will leave us with the 3,000 plus the 520. Then that would take care of you through April. Follow me?
Yeah, I'm with.
Oh, okay. So do that. I'll adjourn this out to next week, the 24th, 2026 at 2 p.m. And hopefully we can get some news from DHS on that. Worst case scenario is, say DHS completely messes up, then you would need to get 520 in.
That's doable.
Get the 520 that's subtracted out in, and then SOS should take care.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
All right, but let's try it this way, see if it'll work. All right,
I agree.
all right, have a good week.
Thank you too.
Gulf Side Lakes 1 and 2 versus Lakia Williams.
Staying in for plaintiff.
There she is. Ms. Williams, you need to unmute.
Yes, hi.
Hello. He's finally like outside.
Oh,
She always
I'm
show-
in the
She
car.
always shows up like I know you're in a car, but
Yeah.
she always shows up like she's in her apartment, just doing whatever. All right. Where
No,
are
I'm headed back to work.
you heading back to work? Okay.
Yes.
All right. How much is owing at this point?
I have a balance including court costs of $1,718.39.
Okay. Ms. Williams, how are we gonna get that paid?
Oh, I'm supposed to be making a payment today, but I've also been having issues with my job paying me like on certain days because we were off when the kids were off for spring break. So I'm
Okay.
trying to get that sorted out with them because they said I was supposed to have all of my money today, but I still don't see it. But I know like all I have right now is $500 that they put in my account, but I'm missing like over $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So
Mhm.
when do you think that'll be resolved with them?
I'm hoping sometime next week, but when I talked to them last week, they said this week, and it's still not solved. So I'm kind of confused on that. So I'm hoping next week, or I don't know if they're trying to push it out until the next payday. I have no idea what they're doing.
Okay. And when's your next payday? Do you know?
My next payday is May 1st, I think.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Because I told you somehow or another we'd get you through. Goodness knows.
Yeah,
Didn't think we'd be here, right?
right.
So I'm gonna adjourn it out one more week, 24th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
Mhm.
Let's see if we can get that paid. Worst case scenario, what I would be doing on that date is giving the landlord a judgment.
Mhm.
Okay. With an order of eviction date or a pay date that would be probably like the 4th of May.
Yeah.
But that at least gets you past that next paycheck if they're going to clear it up. It won't
Right.
include May. Right. It won't include May, but at least it'll save your housing on this case.
Right.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Very good. We'll see you next week. Oh, she froze. All right. Take care. Dowside Lake 1 and 2 versus Dion Brown. Dion Brown. I think I swore you in earlier. Or no?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a shock. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, go ahead.
Case for non-payment of rent, rent to retain possession is $443. Court costs are $172 for a total of $615. Plaintiff is requesting a default judgment for possession only with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested. Writ to issue. Southside Lakes versus Latanya Pugh Powell.
Jillian.
Hello, what's your name?
Latanya Pivo.
All right, where are we on her case?
I have a balance including court costs of $3,203.51.
All right, how are we gonna get this?
Well, with my job, I thought I was gonna have full-time hours, but they hired too many people at once, so I'm really kind of seeing part-time right now. So when I map out a plan, it hasn't been going accordingly because of, my checks. But my next payday is the 24th, and also my taxes are coming, I believe on the 30th. But that's what I have in mind so far, and I'm hoping to get the rest.
Okay, between your taxes, your next pay, are you gonna be able to pay this whole amount or?
No, I'm thinking maybe
Pardon?
it could be maybe 1,800 with the taxes and the check.
Got it. Have you, and how much is your monthly rent? Thereabout
1,200, I believe.
1,200? All right. Have you talked to the landlord or plaintiff's counsel about working something out regarding how you get this paid off over time?
It's pretty much just the resources which they told me I make too much.
No, I know, but have you talked to the landlord about a payment plan? Like paying your rent in addition to a certain amount each month to try to get yourself caught up. Have you talked to them about that?
Yes, I have kept her updated on,
What is she saying about that?
pretty much, she tracks it, she's jotting it down or whatever. That's
The
pretty.
landlord? All right, let me do this. I'm gonna adjourn this out a week. I want you to call the attorney's office and see if you can work something out. So I'm adjourning it to April 24th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
Is it possible I can do a Zoom?
You can file the form
And
Zoom,
whatever?
but you can pick up a form up front.
Okay,
But what I suggest that you do, the important thing for you is you got to make sure to contact their office. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just give them a judgment. Then it's going to be trying to catch up. You're not going to have a wait.
contact what office? I'm sorry. Well,
I'll get it to you. It should be on your paperwork.
okay, right.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
It's a judgment form, we're not entering it.
River Drive versus Alicia Franklin.
Billion Engen from. Sure.
Alicia Franklin. No response. May proceed.
Your Honor, this is a case for non-payment of rent. Rent to retain possession is $1,567.86. Court costs are $250 for a total of $3,817.86. Requesting a default judgment. This is for possession and money.
Yes. Here.
Okay, with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested was a writ to issue in 10 days. Strong Future Home versus Ashley Womack.
Billion Engen for plaintiff.
She's on the sheet. Hello.
No.
Womack.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
I have a balance including court costs of $2,272.28. I have a note from my client that SOS approved that balance and has mailed a check out. So
Okay.
I'm just waiting on that to arrive. If Your Honor wants to adjourn it, we can.
So if they get it in ahead of time, do I have to go to that court date?
The next one I'm going to give you. What, you don't want to come back and see me?
Love you, but
No, you see,
I watch you all the
Was-
time. I don't want to.
it was me. It hurts my feeling.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. April 24th, 2026, 2 p.m. And no, if everything is paid, you don't have to come back and see me. All right, Mr.
Have a-
McMahon.
Okay.
All right, you take care.
Oh,
Thanks.
Evergreen versus Dwayne Watson. That matter is dismissed. I'm playing this motion with without prejudice. Okay, that's it. Who are you guys?
Olivia Berkey. Our paper said 2:00.
Are you sure you weren't looking at last week's papers?
April.
Yeah, April 10th, today's the 17th. It's okay.
Court
Yeah, no, you know what? You're right. You knew you had court. All right.
Better to be early.
That's right. So, okay, so we don't have the other side here. Otherwise, I'd call you early and let you get on your way. I appreciate you reading the notice, even though it was a week late.
Well, it's.
No, okay. And that's what we figure,
Yeah.
but if I ran the post office, we'd have it to you the next day, but I don't. So, all right.
Mail daily, twice a day, actually.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so you guys go do whatever you're gonna do, and then we'll see you at 3.
Okay.
Okay? You can leave and come back. You can wait, whichever your pleasure.
We'll just wait because 3:00 traffic got washed. No, it's crazy.
That's a
That's
smart.
Get out of here
smart.
until late. You don't get out of here till late, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
every day, and you don't have traffic, do you?
Oh,
Oh
right. I can't even get on 23 to head home.
my gosh, yeah. No, I'm always glad to go west on 94.
So, all right, court's gonna stand in recess.
All rise.
Court does call the case Burns and Burns versus Amaya Patton. And Angel McKinney.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ellis Friedman on behalf of Barnes and Barnes. I've spoken with these ladies. They don't live together anymore, but they're going to be moving out by Tuesday. So I just like to just adjourn the case a week just to make sure they're
Okay.
done.
Is that good with the two of you?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Just a week?
Yes.
They're gonna be moving out Tuesday.
Yes, everything, they should have everything by Tuesday. I just have one question. I am currently pregnant and I can go into labor at any time. So what do I do if I?
Well, get out of here. No, I'm just, I'm kidding.
I just can't make that court.
Well, we're probably going to dismiss it.
Well, it's probably gonna be dismissed. If everything's out, it's likely gonna be dismissed. May want to contact Mr. Friedman's office just to make sure it's gonna be dismissed, and then you don't have to worry about coming back.
Okay.
Okay, April 24th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Barnes and Barnes versus Tyler Myers, that matters dismissed on. Take care of it. And Baker. Hello, name?
Hello, Janelle Baker.
All right, where are we on this case?
Yeah, so I have applied both to Fair as well as Hawk. I was granted Hawk, granted me, so I don't know where it's in the SARE because I applied yesterday, but I do have a tracking number. I talked with Hawk this morning, and based on the intake, I was granted a caseworker appointment, which is going to be Wednesday at 9 a.m. Over the phone. Although the intake person I was talking to this morning said that Hawk only goes up to 3,000, but my balance is 3,707.29.
When did you have this appointment?
This morning. I applied to SARE yesterday, and I applied to talk to Hawk this morning.
Okay, because it's not, I don't have her on my list that you talked to them, but okay.
Okay,
Talked to them this morning.
morning. And I've got that paperwork to file. So,
Okay, so when's your appointment with
Wednesday at 9.
Wednesday the 22nd?
Yeah. But what they also told me was that they only go up to 3,000.
Correct.
So they had me get a cashier's check for $707.29, which I have here. And I know that Sile Farms does not usually accept partial payment, but
Take the check to him,
Would-
he'll
They
take it.
will.
yeah,
All right.
okay, you'll take it. All right, I
They
can
will.
drop that off this evening. Yeah, okay. And then pending the decision on Wednesday, I guess, and then after that it'd be the Sarah decision. So that's where things are at.
And you're still teaching.
Oh yes, absolutely. I've been there almost 19 years.
Got it. Okay. So let's adjourn it out a week, see where we are,
Okay,
get that money over to them.
okay, I can drop that off tonight.
All right. So I'll adjourn to April 24th, 2026 at 1 p.m.
So April 24, 1 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All righty.
And you guys need that paperwork to file for the
Sure.
assistants.
Federal assistant, I'll take. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Sile Farms versus Michael Moore. Michael Moore, not checked in. You've been previously sworn. You may proceed.
Thank you. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $1,631.52. Costs are $192 for a total due of $1,823.52. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days. Your Honor, just so the court is aware, one of the caseworkers from Hawk did reach out yesterday while I was out of the office, indicating that they are assisting, well, they requested documentation to assess Mr. Moore for potential funding, and I am in touch with Sile Farms to gather that documentation and to send over to them.
Okay, that happened yesterday.
It did happen yesterday.
Okay, and that's not on my spreadsheet either. Okay, all right. And well, judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Okay, Sile Farms versus Stephanie Vogel. And Corey Vogel.
Thank you. Trying to make sure for it.
What? Oh,
Before I approached, because you just said her name first, I was like, I didn't want to just walk up here.
I called the important one.
Right, for sure.
Just along for the ride. All right.
All right.
All right. Where are we in this case?
Okay, so we called Hawk as previously known, and we didn't get approved for that. So after we left here last time, we were calling the MAP program. The issue with that is they said they only hand out like a set amount of them a month. So by the time we got out of the last court hearing and we called them, they said that they had already handed out like the maximum for the month. So they told us we could come back on the 1st and get it. So I'm actually like requesting that as long as we pay May's rent, so we stay under that $2,000, if we can apply again through MAP. So we stay under 1,000. Yeah. So we can stay eligible for the MAP program.
So the balance at present, Your Honor, is $1,895.79. There was a payment made of $280 earlier this week, or might have been on, I'm not sure if they dropped it off on Friday or on Monday, but in any event, they did make the $200+ payment that they had promised, but I don't have authority to adjourn it into May while we wait to see if they qualify for that program, unfortunately.
How much is their monthly rent?
It is $9.15 plus they have a $10 pet fee, and then water sewer based on usage, which looks to be 110, 120-ish, sometimes a little higher or lower per month.
Your Honor, we're also waiting on DHS to make their payment.
To make,
Their payment that
I
they,
did forget about that. Thank you, Ms. Vogel, for the update on that. I believe DHS did approve a payment of, what was it? 581.70, I believe is what DHS approved. And so their payment of the 280 would cover portion DHS said they were responsible for. It'd just be a matter of DHS releasing the 581.70 at this point.
What if we could pay May's rent by like next?
okay, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Trying to figure out how to get, I don't have any, when did you guys call Hawk?
the same day we got out of court.
I don't, there's,
I have the paper where they sent me a
they just,
file.
I don't have anything on that. Okay, that's not anything having to do with you guys. You guys are good. Okay,
Oh,
right. That's just more my frustration with people messing with the system.
sorry.
It's okay. I usually crush those people when I get a chance. Did I say that out loud? Okay.
I heard nothing.
There you go. All right. So did you give me a number that their rent would be? If
So
you-
915, 925 plus approximately, let's just say 120. That's probably their average water sewer usage ish. So 925 plus 120, 1,045.
So if they're at 1895 plus 1,045, roughly speaking, I would be at 2940. All right. And so map, well, but then I take off that about 580 that DHS is going to pay once everything's paid.
I paid everything, so they should release the funds.
Pardon?
I paid what DHS expected, so they should be releasing the funds.
Okay.
They said I had to pay like 1780 in order for them to release their portion, the 5 something.
Got it. So they weren't expecting a zero.
Definitely not.
I think DHS, Your Honor, probably based their decision off of maybe the summons and complaint versus the current balance. And so their tenant portion didn't necessarily cover the current balance due, but that's what I was trying to probably ineloquently explain to the court is that Ms. Vogel, between her 2 payments, did pay the amount that what DHS recorded as the tenant portion based on their review.
It had at the time.
Yeah.
And so the only thing is that then DHS, you're right, they should release it without you being at a zero. But if I look at this and I get, okay, so I'm still going to be short, which is what the problem's going to be. Can you give me 2940 minus 581? Okay. So you can probably see what I'm doing. I'm factoring in your
Next month.
pay rent, looking at everything that's going to be paid, and what gets you to where you're at the 2,000
Correct.
come May 1. And based upon the numbers that I'm running, I'm about 350 short.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So my question is, I don't have a problem because you went through that process trying to get you to May if the 350 can be paid. So that then I just have a balance of
And we have till Wednesday.
pardon?
We have till Wednesday to pay that, 350.
Oh, yeah. So you think you can get that paid next week?
I'll pay
Yeah.
500 next week,
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's easy. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week to make sure that payment's done. Okay, so you're gonna pay, I'll just say between 350 to 5, okay? Pay that. And then if that's done, then what I'm gonna do is I will do the adjournment to May. And see, the May date is gonna be May 1, so it's the 8th.
Yeah, because of the bench bar.
Oh, I'm not here on the first?
No.
Yay.
Forgot about or something?
That wasn't a vacation. She was reminding them of something important.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I am. That's
Not in this room.
all right, May.
Okay.
So what we would be doing is doing that.
Fourth.
Then you could do theoretically, I'm not gonna adjourn it at this point to that point.
Right.
But theoretically, what you'd be able to do then is get the application in May 1st.
Mhm.
Then we hopefully can maybe have an answer by the 8th and get you guys to ground zero. and be-
Yeah, they said to call first thing in the morning on the 1st, and they said it shouldn't have a problem proved. They just, I guess, only let out a limited amount of them because of the income bracket.
Exactly. Exactly. All right.
And since we were so late in the month after the last hearing, they already used them all up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys will be all set. And then we'll see you next week at what time? 1 p.m.
Okay.
And that's basically, I'm really just checking,
To make
make sure that
held up.
been done. And our numbers will relatively match up and then get you into May.
All right. Thank you.
And I'll do that over plaintiff's objection to the extent they have an objection, but
Thank
I
you.
don't think they shouldn't have. Because
We're really trying.
Yeah, we are
work
trying.
math with me. All right. Okay, folks, okay?
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case.
Oh. Okay. Let me recall the case of Silo Farms versus Michael Moore.
Is Mr. Moore, oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was running a little bit late this morning.
he was running late and steered last time, so okay. You defaulted your balance currently is 1823.52.
Yeah, I talked to Autumn at Hawk on Wednesday, and she's pretty confident that they're gonna be able to help me. I sent the rest of the paperwork that I needed to send her, and she said she was
How
gonna
do I not
contact the
know
court.
that from looking at this sheet?
She said that she was gonna contact you guys, but it was just the day before yesterday.
No, it's not, that's not your fault. They send us a sheet to tell us. You weren't here telling me this, I would have no way of knowing.
She did say to make sure that I came and told
Oh, I know, but there
money or not.
can't work that way because, okay. So I'm not gonna enter the judgment. You sent in all your paperwork.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back from her.
I'll adjourn it. I'm gonna adjourn this case out 1 week,
Okay,
24th, 2026, 1 p.m. Be on time this time.
okay,
Okay,
all right,
and I'm gonna adjourn it out. Let's.
okay, thank you.
So, put on that, I ended up issuing a judgment against somebody that was in the middle of the process. It's crazy. Arbor Woods versus Elisa Franklin. Elisa Franklin, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of 3,000.
I'm here, right here. I'm
Oh,
on
okay. Oh,
Yes.
Lisa's, of course we know that, right?
I'm always going to show up.
Pardon?
I'm always going to show up. I explained to them last time I came on the 8th. So what has happened is, unfortunately, I had a double tragedy. I lost both my parents and stuff about 2.5 weeks ago, with almost 3. So it's just me and my sister. They had no life insurance, anything. This is the reason why we're here. I've been making payment arrangements to the funeral home. So I do have 1780. That's for April. But because I'm on the port, for March, but because April's already attached, it's considered a partial payment. Okay. So I won't have
Okay,
the,
okay, slow down,
okay, go
slow
ahead.
down, Ms. Franklin. You have
Okay.
1780?
That's for March.
No, just, I need to know the dollar figure you have. What do you have that you can pay to the landlord?
No, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. April's already on there already. So it's 3,000 it's 3,000 or something now, but they can accept it's considered partial payment because it's the whole
I know,
dollar
Miss
amount.
Franklin,
Yes, Judge
answer
Simpson.
my question. How much money do you
1780.
have that you can pay to the landlord?
1780.
And Your Honor, if
Mhm.
Ms. Franklin drops that off in form of a money
That's-
order or certified check, they will take it.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Because when I go in there, it's
Well,
considered, they
that's what we
said
were
that.
trying to get to about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
So get that over to them.
Okay. Okay.
When can you get that to them?
I just gotta take it off my card and stuff because I usually pay it through the portal. And so since I'm locked out the portal, so my account, then I have to pay $10 per money order or cashier's check. So that means I have to get additional couple dollars for that. So can you, what's today, day Friday? Can you give me over the weekend and then I can get the other the difference of
Can
that?
you
Because I've
get
been
it
paying
there by
extra.
Tuesday?
Yes, I can get it by Tuesday.
Okay,
Yay.
then get it there by the 21st.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay. What about April?
Okay, so I'm going to adjourn. You get that paid.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn it out to next week, the 24th,
Okay.
2026 at 1 p.m.
Okay.
All right. And
All
then
righty
you may
then.
have to figure out, you can call Miss, after you pay, you can call
Okay.
Miss Dornbush, the
Ms. Thomas,
number
can
that's
you
on the
put me your
paperwork,
number?
and see if they're willing to work out an agreement with you.
Okay. I don't have the papers. Any way she can on the side or something so I can get her number if I don't have her number.
Ms. Franklin, 9 numbers on the paperwork that you received to be here in court today. Also, you and I have corresponded previously via email. I can.
Yeah, just email me again. Just email me again.
I'll send you an
Yeah,
email
because I
right
don't
now.
keep the papers like that. Yeah. I appreciate you guys.
No
Thank you so
problem.
very much. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
Okay, so at 1 o'clock, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus Reginald Hughes. And Felicia. How come the one I like better doesn't show up? How come it's always him? Anyway, never mind. I know. That was wrong of me to say, but it's true.
Look,
All right.
I even told her, I said,
All right. How much do we have owing?
Your Honor, unless Mr. Hugan made the $1,100 payment that he had indicated he was intending to pay today, we've got him at $2,288.96. But if he did drop off that $1,100 payment, I need to verify that with my client.
I didn't yet.
You didn't do
No,
it?
I didn't, no.
Why? Don't have it.
Didn't work. I just left work. I gotta go back to work, so I've been working long hours trying to make this money to pay it, so I will be having it in by Monday for sure. I gotta work today, tomorrow.
All right. So, well, you're gonna pay. So you're gonna pay the 11 by the 20th, but then what else can you pay?
In 2 weeks, I have everything. I have everything. Everything be paid off. I know that'd be like on the 1st. I know that'd be cutting it close.
Well,
yeah,
Unfortunately, not close. It's that May would have to be included in that. But Your Honor, I'm happy to have a conversation with Mr. Hugan and see if we can reach an agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do I need to?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn it out 1 week,
Okay,
24th, 2026,
okay,
1 PM. You need to contact Ms. Dornbush
okay.
and see what you can work out. But you know, Mr. Higgy, you know how it works. If you tell me you're gonna pay something, you gotta pay it.
Yeah, oh,
Told the court the last time you'd have that in. I get working and all of that, but the landlord's counting on that. So the 1,100 needs to get in.
I didn't tell us.
Well, you're gonna pay it today.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. I
So
apologize.
you just gotta get that in.
I apologize. Yeah,
All right. So get that to them.
okay. Now, it might be in the Dropbox tomorrow. It could be, or tonight.
All right.
I'm
Get
just,
it in by Monday.
yeah, I appreciate
We'll
it.
see you next Friday. Call them
Thank you.
if we can work it out.
I apologize and thank you.
Not a problem. No need to apologize. You just know how it works. You just need to do it, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if you're not gonna do something, send Felicia, because I'll talk to her. All right.
Guys, have a blessed evening. Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus George Jones, the fourth. Hello, your name?
George Jones.
And how much do we have owing?
1887 and 44 cents.
All right. They're on the sheet.
I was gonna say I spoke with Kara today over at OS, and she said she was gonna make sure that I was on the sheet.
I have here met with you on 4/16, need client documents. Did you get those?
I just got them 20 minutes ago. Been checking my email.
I'm sorry.
I just got them 20 minutes ago. I've been checking my email. She just sent documentation, the documents that I have to sign, as well as my kids have to sign.
Oh, okay. And then we'll reach out to the landlord for a ledger and a W-9. So this looks like it's gonna happen. So I'll adjourn you out to next week, 24th, 2026, 1 PM. Okay. So you get those things in, then they're gonna, I don't know if they explain the process, then they're gonna reach out to the landlord and get the documents and hopefully we can get
As soon as I get home, I will get this, get it straight.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Arbor Woods versus Kiera Morris. Kiera Morris. Ms. Morris, is that you? I'll
Star
need you
six.
to hit *6. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you Ms.
Hello?
Morris?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What's plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, with cost $1,219.33, and I emailed over to Miss Weidling probably about 20 or so minutes ago. Maybe I'm not exactly sure what time. In any event, it's a conditional dismissal with some terms.
Oh, okay. And I do have it. Come to think of it. All right. And this indicates that a total amount of the
It should
290
indicate, Your Honor, that Ms. Morris is going to pay a particular amount of $828.71 on or before Monday. And when she does that, my client will waive the difference of Oh, I'm so sorry. That was supposed to be $390.62, not $392.62. Apparently, I can't type today.
It should be 390.
$90.62. Yep.
Oh. Got it. Okay.
And this would be in full satisfaction of all prior disputes between the parties. So we're starting fresh with Ms. Morris.
All right. Ms. Morris, is all of that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding the conditional order dismissal?
No.
No? Because you're unrepresented by counsel, you have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe there's some right you didn't assert, some misunderstanding on your part, or some confusion, you'd have to file a motion within those 3 business days. Doesn't mean I'd grant the set aside, but you'd have the time to do that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. I've signed this, marked the file conditionally dismissed. Thank you guys for working it out. Take care. Have a good weekend, Ms. Morris.
Thank you. You as well.
Arbor Woods versus Sanaja Thomas. And no, just stuff. I said the name right. I did. Hello. What's your name?
My name's Sanaja. And I'm mom, Tanjanika.
You're her mom? I wouldn't be able to tell by looking at them, would you? All right. Yes, you do favor each other. All right. So what is owed here?
$3,282.22. I know there was a indication of a plan to pay $1,700 today, but I don't know if that got in before the ladies appeared for court.
Right. Okay. What happened?
Get in. I've been in the hospital with my daughter, so my check was really low. I didn't know my daughter had a baby and she had complications. I have another daughter, and we just got out, and I'm tired, but I was just trying to see if I can wait till Wednesday. I could pay like almost 15 Wednesday. Could. And okay.
So grandmother, blame it on the baby.
I'm not blaming it on the baby.
No, I'm
sorry.
I'm just messing with.
Sorry.
All right. How's mom and baby doing?
They better. They at home.
Okay.
God, yes.
That's the important thing,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So you think can't do the 17 because you were there doing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Somebody.
All right, but you think you can pay 15
on Wednesday? Yeah.
On Wednesday. All right. And then what's the plan for how you're going to get the rest of?
I'm gonna call DHS. I'm talking for my daughter because I'm trying to help her out. But I'm gonna call DHS. Put it because we put in for one a while back, but I ended up paying that, and they told me I had to do another one. But by me being in the hospital, I wasn't really able to do it.
Are you working?
Yes, I'm working.
Have you gone over to Hawk?
I called for her. They said we make too much.
All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn this to April 24th, 2026 at 1. You're to pay the $1,500. You need to make sure that's paid on Wednesday, the 22nd.
Okay.
All right. Then I want you to call Ms. Dornbush's office, see whether or not you can work out some agreement for the payment of that balance.
Yes, sir.
All right, because you're getting kind of close to May.
Yes.
So we gotta
Yeah.
try to do it. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Courthouse case, what was it for those? Northville Crossing versus Jennifer Kramer. And David Doble. There he is. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, was Jennifer Kramer present?
No, Jennifer Kramer is not present. All right. What is the claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,961.59. And I apologize, Your Honor. In looking at my notes, I do see at the last court date that Mr. Doble had indicated that she may be incarcerated somewhere. Do we know where she's being held?
She's currently in the Oakland County Jail.
Oh, okay.
Oakland.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I see from the notes here. Okay. All right. So, sir, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I get paid next Friday, and Jennifer's mother agreed to help me out. She gets paid same time next Friday with the remainder of whatever I can't cover. I should be able to pay about $800 to $1,000, and she agreed to help me out with the remainder. I
All
had
right.
difficulty applying for rental assistance with Hawk and the various other options, as she needs to be a part of the intake process.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So you think you can do 800 to 1,000 definitely by Friday, the 24th? How soon can you get that in, sir, on Friday?
Probably anytime after 3. I usually get off around 2-3 o'clock.
All right. And then because the hearing, if I adjourn it out a week, is going to be at 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I could request to leave early. My employer's working with me with all this, so he doesn't have a problem.
Okay. So whatever you could do to try to get that into them so we can have some verification that it's paid, then it gives a little bit more flexibility going forth. I'm sure you get that. But
Yes, Your Honor.
and then her mother, you said, is gonna help out, but we don't know when that'll come in or what that's gonna be, correct?
She's agreeing to help with whatever the remainder of whatever I can pay to try to get this like totally resolved.
Okay. So if you were able to come up with 1,000 or somewhere near there, then there's going to be another 1,000 there. So, or thereabouts. So let's do it this way. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 24th at 1 p.m. Get that payment in, get in what you can get paid in. In the interim, because it looks like everything can be taken care of, call Ms. Dornbush's office, see if you could work out an arrangement as to when those payments will be in, and there could be a dismissal. All right.
Yes,
Worst case scenario, if you guys get that all in on the 24th, then I might, if I can see that something's been paid, I might adjourn it out to the 1st of May, but everything get taken care of before then, and then the case get dismissed. If you follow me. Okay.
Yes, yep.
All right. But get that in so we can see a payment, and then we'll go from there. And feel free to call Ms. Dornbush and see if you can work something out. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. Spice Tree Apartments versus Ashley Drummer. Ashley Drummer, not checked in. You may proceed. I'm sure. Is there a note? Hold on. All right. Hey, I have a note, Ms. Dornbush, that SOS is planning to pay this once a co-payment of $99.27 is made.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't have a live person here, so I don't know when they arranged that, but has there been a payment of
there
about
was
100?
a payment of 1404 that was paid on the 15th, so day before yesterday. And then
Right.
my notes
She
from the
said,
last court date was that she was denied by DHS, but that she anticipated Hawk helping her if she got the balance paid below 3,000. Right now I've got her at 31.99.27, but that does include a late fee, and so they may have looked at the balance prior to that late fee charging and said 99.27 is what I'm guessing.
right, and she's not here. This wasn't the one that tried to call.
Try to call in today?
Or tried to the Zoom.
No, we already handled it.
Okay. Well, you'd like to take a default, then I'm going to allow a default. I see what this says, but she's not here, and the amount she's had to pay went up by 100 and hasn't been paid. So I don't know what her plans are. So
I appreciate that, Your Honor. And I will let my client know that there is potentially assistance coming from Hawk, and that they should continue to communicate. Is that Miss Drummer right there, Your Honor, that just walked in?
Drummer, your name? Okay. No,
No? Okay. I'll let my client know that there's potentially assistance coming through, that they should keep an eye out for communications from Hawk to see, where things stand with that and any sort of anticipated time frame for that to come through. Rent to retain, Your Honor, $3,030.27. Costs are $169 for a total due of $3,199.27. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested with a writ to issue 10 days. Valley Ranch versus Shawnee Moore.
And Your Honor, Mr. Moore and I were in communication earlier today about a potential resolution. I did not have an answer for him prior to court to be able to relay to him. Mr. Moore had requested and set forth terms for potential payment arrangement, which my client indicated they were not able to agree to. At present, the only authority that I have is for payment within the statutory 10 days, which would be on or before April 27th. The total balance due is $3,562.01.
All right. Your name?
Shawnee Moore.
All right. Mr. Moore, how were you intending on trying to get this paid?
I just got a new job. I just started work. So
you're not gonna,
yeah, I'm not gonna be able to
wrap it up before the end of the month, or no? Because it doesn't sound like they're willing to offer a payment plan to do this.
Yeah, I might be able to get all of it by the end of the month, once I get out there and start working, because the money comes pretty quick.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grant a judgment finding no tribal issue to the plaintiff for the total amount of the $35,62.01.
Yeah, and I talked to
yes, 3562.01.
I spoke with Hawk, and they said I'm just waiting for them to send over the contract for the new job. They said they would be able to help me after that too.
Oh, goodness. Really? So he's not on our list here. All right. So tell me about that again, sir.
Yeah, so I
talked to Hawk.
I talked to Hawk. They said because I told them about the job and everything, they said once everything with that's cleared, call them back and they should be able to help me.
Goodness. All right. And then, so the issue, so here's going to be part of the issue.
Okay.
At least as I understand it. So when you went to talk to Hawk, you didn't have a job, right?
Right.
And so they need to find some way that your ability to stay there, you can sustain it.
Correct.
Help, right?
Correct.
So now you have that, you can go back to Hawk.
Yes.
Okay. And then you'll still need, if they can help you, you'll still need to pay $562.
Correct. Correct. They told me that. Correct.
They told you that too.
Yes.
Right. So you got to pay it down to the 3,000.
Yes. They said they take a money order or.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to still grant the judgment finding no tribal issue. I'm going to make the writ date or the date you still got to pay by the end of the month.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm hoping is going to happen now, hearing that information, you'll be able to get that paid to the 3,000. You'll show them that you have a job. They'll get a check, cut it to the landlord for the 3,000, and then you're all set.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
And Northville versus Patricia Johnson. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I think that's it, Ms. Thornbush.
I must concur, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Court stands in recess.
Today's docket was a roller coaster of financial instability and legal maneuvering. We saw how quickly life can spiral when paychecks are delayed or hours are cut. The final ruling in many of these cases came down to a simple adjournment. a gift of time from the bench to let these families find the funds. Whether it's through tax returns, agency grants, or a simple payment plan, the recurring theme was clear. Communication with the court and the landlord is your strongest defense. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns right here.